Well, we've been here at Foulridge for a couple of days now, and as you saw, we had a very adventurous day getting through Barrowford and up through Foulridge. I really want to say Barrowford and not Barrowford, but I think that's how the locals pronounce it, so it must be right. Now we're out on the cut. We absolutely love it. We had a full day of rain the day after we got here, so we didn't go outside, didn't do much filming. It's Sunday, but Anthony's gone in work today and I've got the day off. We both had the day off yesterday, so friends came down and we had a lovely walk along the canal and popped to the Wharf pub by Foulridge Tunnel. It's so nice to be out. It's cold, but the batteries are lasting better than we thought. We thought we'd have to run the engine for an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, but actually it's just 1 hour in the evening, so dead chuffed with that. Now, what's the plan? Oh yes, so we've left the marina and we're heading back. We're retracing our steps towards Gargrave. I don't think we'll get as far as Gargrave, probably up to Barlick, Greenberfield, then turn around and then hopefully head back towards Wigan, because the breach at Rishton should be fixed by the 8th of April. Again, fingers crossed. And then we'll head towards Wigan, Lee, and on to Worsley, and Lymm on the Bridgewater, and maybe the River Weaver. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the walks. It's such a gorgeous day. Speak to you soon. It's definitely starting to feel like spring. The days are longer, the birds are singing, the ducks are fighting. Just makes you feel good and positive about the world. It's 5:20 in the morning. Dexter seems quite keen to come out with me as well, talking quietly so the neighbours can't hear us, and listen to bird song. It's amazing. Funny, but Dexter knows where we're going every morning. Come on then. Well, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning and we're both up and awake. Why are we up so early, Anthony?
I've no idea.
Anthony's washing dishes, getting the coffee on. Look at the view out the window. It looks like a beautiful day. Yeah, we're both off today. It's 8 o'clock, we can't sleep, so we're up. I like to get up early anyway. Well, we were out most of the day yesterday, but it was dead sunny and we got loads of solar. We got back to the boat and the battery bank was on 12.7 and it's still hovering around 12.6, 12.7 as you can see this morning, which is brilliant. There. Well, I don't know if everybody noticed that we had these on the end. That was Anthony's suggestion, because these plastic strips, they weren't holding on with the glue that was attached, but Paddy has done these. Brilliant.
Just need a dustpan and brush now. Clean it up. Paul will put subtitles up. Those not from Dudley.
He's a star, isn't he? Thanks for doing
All
this
done.
for us.
All done.
Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure. We'll just clean that and restick that later.
Yeah.
My best customers.
We really are going to have to move, otherwise we're near the size of houses. But look at the selection.
Oh yes.
It's hard to pass.
Choice. If I have 100 grams of every jar, I'll be the size of a house.
You will. Well, you're on your way.
Well, can I just ask the viewer, what's your favourite sweets? Anthony, what have you gone for?
I love licorice.
What are they called?
Anthony now is licorice cream rock, and he likes the Pontefract cake.
And mine, do you know what mine are?
What yours are? Yeah. All that top there.
Coconut mushrooms.
Coconut mushrooms, pink and white mice.
White mice.
Yeah.
Let us know what your favourite sweet is.
My favourite now
Is those?
old-fashioned chocolate limes.
Oh.
Yeah. They're good for your figure. Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we're in the engine bay today. It's Mother's Day. We've not been to see our mums yet because our very good neighbour Chris, who we only met about 10 days ago, has offered to put in a lithium battery for us, just to try it out for a week and see how we get on.
It's going to be a hybrid system.
Oh, that's Anthony saying it's going to be a hybrid system. Right, so we are due for a service, but Chris has just been saying about the alternator belt. The alternator belt is on its way out, and this is how he tell.
So on the longest piece, you try and turn it through 90 degrees, and that's all you should ever get on an alternator belt. On this one, I can do more or less a full 360. And then on the adjuster, it's at the maximum adjustment more or less anyway, so we're not going to get a lot more tension on it. So that needs a new belt. The second alternator, again, turn it through 90, and I can turn it all the way again. So again, that's going to be slack. And again, we're nearly at the end of the adjustment. So, and it's also started to fray there. You can see.
Yeah.
So 2 new Altavets you'll need on your service.
Real.
What size is that one, mate?
Can you explain to our viewers exactly what we're doing?
So what we're doing is we're putting a lithium battery in parallel with the lead acid batteries to give a hybrid system. What that does is, with the lithiums will take every ounce of power that you'll give them, both from your solar and your alternator, and it gives you everything it's got as well. The voltage on the lead acid, on the lithium, sits at slightly higher voltage than the lead acid, so this is the main source of your power for the time being. We've got 2 on our boat, 200 ampere hours, and it's cut our diesel usage down by about 80%. So
Excellent. We can't wait to see if this works, can we?
neither can I. That's 7.2 amps now, 8 amps. 9 amps, go. So, yeah, you probably found that you get a better response from the solar now.
Yeah.
Because your lead acids, once you get into trickle charge, you don't get full benefit of the solar, whereas with the lithium, it'll take everything.
Yeah. Well, we heard about this nice walk over the tunnel and to the reservoir, and we're here. This is nice. What a lovely walk. Look at that for a view. Beautiful. Well, if you ever needed a sign that spring was definitely here, look at these two adorable lambs.
So we're here at Fulridge Lower Reservoir, also known as Berwyn or Berwyn Lake. I had a look today, didn't I, and said, well, let's do something different rather than up the canal. Let's get off the beaten track. And we're actually over the tunnel, that's Fulridge Tunnel that we went through.
Yeah.
Because behind us, we'll show you in a bit, there's a brick structure which is actually the vent through the tunnels. Dexter's loving it, isn't he?
Yeah. It's only the middle of March, going towards the end of March. It's absolutely boiling,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
glorious.
I'm going to have to set my jacket and my fleece off.
Steady on.
I know. It's not summer jacket weather, is it? I think it might be. Yeah, Dexter's loving it. So quiet here as well, isn't it? People that live in this area, they're so lucky
Yeah.
they've got this on the doorstep.
Just a lapping of what as well. I was saying that
Sorry
before,
about
wasn't I? It's almost like waves on the well, it is waves on the stones, but it sounds like you're at the sea.
Yeah.
That sort of lapping sound, really relaxing.
Yeah. So we're going to have a walk round, hopefully find a bite to eat or a cup of coffee would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's
If
about
not,
a 30-minute walk, isn't it?
yeah. Well, looking at the size of this, I think it's more than 30 minutes.
Well, so the speed you and Dexter go,
Yeah.
probably.
Shit.
It's more you, to be fair.
Yeah. But it's nice seeing the daffodils out, it's nice seeing the lambs, the weather's picking up, the birds are singing and making nests, so it's a really nice time of year, isn't
Yeah,
it?
beautiful.
Probably my favourite time of year.
That's what you should have said.
Well, no, you keep saying I change my mind all the time.
Mine's still autumn. Autumn's
Yeah.
definitely still my favourite time,
Yeah.
but I love seeing like the bulbs coming up, and as the weather changes and it gets warmer, it's really like nice, isn't it? It makes
Yeah.
you feel so much better.
Are we going to crack on then?
Yep,
See you in a minute.
take care.
Get on. Oh, don't like it.
Come on.
Well, we appear to be back on the main road, so we're going to turn left here and walk down towards the church. St. Michael's Church. Well, we heard about this pie shop and bakery, which is just up the road from our boat, so we had to give it a try. Just for research purposes, isn't it, Anthony?
Sorry, is it for reason with the pool?
It's for, well, we continual cruises, so it's all around the network, but we're trapped at the moment on the Leeds and Liverpool because of the breach at Rishton. So we'll be going through there. There's a big hole in the canal at the minute. It's been there for over 6 months.
Oh, it all looks nice.
They're not all for us.
What'd you get?
Some pies and some vanilla slices.
They're nice.
I thought we'd treat Paddy while he's on his own to a pie and a cake.
Staff are nice as well, aren't they?
Yeah, stuff are lovely.
That was an hour and a half, in fact 1 hour 35-minute walk around the reservoir from the boat, an hour and 35 minutes by the time we picked up pies, but we have burnt off 1,359 calories. That sounds like an awful lot. I'm hoping it's right though, because that means we can have a pie. Coffee's on and Dexter's following us round like a Crufts champion. We're going to sit outside. How was your walk, Anthony?
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice to see some different
In
scenery.
fact, I'm thinking of doing it regularly when I get home from work.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh. Dexter did really well, didn't he? It's the longest
Yeah,
walk he's
bless
had
him.
for a long time.
Right, come on.
Oh, I'm seeing
Food's
thank you,
getting
Dexter.
cold.
Oh, you've not got me an ice drop.
I don't think you need it now. Fantastic. Want to borrow mine?
I'm alright.
Oh, you could, sir.
Alright then. Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, diet's going well. Look at these cakes. And we're off. We've been sat here for 3 weeks. We did get permission to stay an extra couple of weeks, but we feel like it's time to move on. Let other people have that spot as well at Fowlridge. Anthony's gone ahead in the car to find out if there's spaces at Salterford, which there is, and he's going to power walk back. In fact, he's here now running, and I've only just set off. Right, I shall pull over, let Anthony on. And in true Smith story fashion, got quite a lot to do today. After dropping the boat off, I've got to drive back to St Helens. Not sure if Anthony's coming with me yet, with Dexter to the vets, because he's got his annual booster today. Well, as you can see, Anthony's jumped on the boat. How are you feeling after your power walk?
Do you know what? That reminds me, I need to turn it off. Do you want to hold the tiller?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like that with gloves on, I'm always dropping.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So this is
Jill set off, haven't they?
yeah. This is my 6th day of power walking.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to lose some of the winter weight. I know our diet's been atrocious recently.
It's not just winter weight you're losing, is it?
No,
It's the past
probably
12 months at least.
20 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've decided to take matters into my own hand. I'm going to power walk. Unless the weather's atrocious, I'm going to power walk every night after work and every day when I'm off work. And then I've been jogging some of the way just recently as well. So hopefully I'll be a bit slimmer when we go to Crick. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Well, and maybe Granada when we're there in May.
Well, actually, we should set that as a. Can't say misses. We should set that as a challenge, shouldn't we?
Well, that is my challenge. I don't want to go
And our goal.
as a porker to Crick.
Right. All I need to do, Anthony, is hide your debit card to stop you going to the shop on the way home.
Chubby at Crick. The guy, new YouTube challenge should be called. You don't realise you're eating, and you don't actually realise what you're eating half the time. And then it just gets into bad habits.
Yeah. It's hard to lose a pound a week, but it's very easy to put a pound a week on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very easy. Well, as I was saying earlier, before Anthony wanted a lift, I've got to go to the vets.
Oh, we've got to go to the vets.
It depends if we get there on time, doesn't it? Because you may have to put the covers up, and
Alright, I could do that
Time
if you
up.
want to set off then.
only because we've got about 50 minutes to get there now, and then we've got an hour's journey in the car. We'll see.
That'll be fine. I don't think it's going to take 50 minutes to get to Salterford, to be honest. I power walked in 30 minutes and the boat does 4 miles an hour, so it should be a very similar.
I feel like we're talking about two different subjects here. You're talking about power walking, I'm talking about the boat. I was going to say, it's our 100th episode, isn't it?
It is?
This may be 101 by the time it goes out, depending on if we release
Yeah.
that other one.
There's no other.
There is? Yeah, we shall see. So, we're either at 100 or 101 when you watch this, and the channel's been going for 2 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I can't believe it. Time's just flown.
You're probably thinking, how can the channel be going for 2 years when we only got our boat in October 2020? But we filmed our journey before that, which was looking at the boat, seeing the progress of the build, selling the house, and everything else that was going on around lockdown. You've got loads of room inside, Anthony, about 5 feet. There is a marker there, look.
I know, it looks like we're in the centre, but then
Yeah, it is.
it feels ages since we've actually been out cruising, so I feel a bit rusty for the old Tillum.
You are a bit rusty. In fact, I'd say I'm better at the tiller than you
I
now.
very much doubt that.
Right. Oh, so it's quite a nice day, isn't it? It's overcast, but it's quite mild.
Yeah.
Don't cough. What was that? Oh,
No, it's Don't Sniff, it was Cuddles
Oh,
on Orville and Cuddles.
yeah. Cuddles. Don't sniff.
So I'll be a year older as well when this vlog goes out.
You will, yeah?
35 again.
You wish.
Not even in dog years.
Yeah, Anthony's going to be 49, would you believe it?
No, I can't believe it.
Right? I can't believe it. You were in your 20s when we met Anthony.
I know, look what you've done to me.
Uh-huh. the other way round. You're the one with the old painting in the loft. Oh, I tell you what, it just lifts your spirits, doesn't it? Because you feel like spring is here, even though it's supposed to get cooler this week. The daffodils are out, the birds are singing, they're making the nests, the ducks are fighting. All signs that spring has sprung. And the clocks went back on Sunday, didn't they?
No, they went forward.
Sorry, forward, yeah. Spring forward, autumn forward.
Fall back.
I'm always the one that's telling people that. Yeah, they went forward. So it's staying lighter a lot longer. And
But we missed an hour in bed.
yeah, we've now got a lithium battery, haven't we?
Well, it's not ours at the minute. I've ordered one. So Chris, who's in the boat in front of us, is an electrical engineer, and he's set up all his solar panels just this week. But he's put lithium, well, hybrid lithium, a bit like Heidi on the pirate boat, where you have one lithium battery trickle charging your lead acid batteries. And Chris said it's an absolute game changer, so I'm going to take the advice of an electrical engineer. He's lent us his lithium battery, which is amazing. We won't tell you how much it is.
No, I did say to him yesterday, we were discussing how far we could get before he realised we'd pinched his lithium battery.
But he knows we're trapped in a few mile stretch.
Yeah,
So.
and I think he trusts us. We're quite trustworthy,
Yeah,
aren't we?
and we're travelling in the same direction as well, aren't we? So when the breach is fixed, which is only in a week or two, he's travelling with us. So when the battery arrives that we've ordered, he's going to fit that for us. And then I know Mark and Debbie did something about a solar dump, and we just didn't have enough excess power to warrant that. But Chris
Go a little bit
reckons
faster.
Chris reckons we might when the lithium's installed, and if that's the case, we might look at a solar dump ourselves, which will give us hot water without putting the EBIS battery running the engine or running the immersion, which obviously the immersion drains a load of power.
Game changer.
Well, hopefully we'll see how it goes, but we'll let everybody know how it goes. Chris reckons the lead acids will last a lifetime almost as well, because they're not going through the full cycles, so they have a so many cycle life, and because the lithium are taking the load and the discharge, he reckons we'll never have to replace lead acids. But you still need them because it acts like almost like a resistance, because lithium batteries will take as much charge as you can throw at them until they're at maximum capacity. So they charge much quicker as well, which is brilliant.
You're okay with that?
And what that means is that the lead acids then would, if they weren't there, it would probably damage the alternator. Well, I'm pretty sure it would, from what Chris was saying, so it's there as a buffer.
I hope we've not switched off yet. If I find out at this point everyone's switched off,
It's my physics ramblings.
I'm losing the will to live myself. Come on, he's thinking of something
I'm
smart.
not thinking of anything to say. I'm going to treat that with contempt it deserves.
Oh yeah, and have you told everyone, Anthony, it's your birthday weekend?
I haven't. I've told you. Only once or twice.
About 10 times a day for the past 3 days. The weekend's over now and he's still saying it's his birthday weekend.
Because my birthday hasn't occurred yet.
Yeah, well, exactly. You've been going on about it all week. I better get you a card and a present, hadn't I? I'll get to the shops.
I can well imagine.
I've got you some present.
Everything's last minute with Paul.
So I had a great idea for a present. I shall tell you what that is after Anthony's birthday. But nobody was available for this experience.
I think I'm glad, because I don't really like experiences. I've like escape rooms and things like that. I wouldn't like
No, it's
stuff
nothing like that. You would have enjoyed this, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, as well as the sandbanks that have come down from the farmers' fields, the branches, the CRT have done a really good job along this stretch actually. They have been cutting the trees, haven't they, for a few months.
Yeah.
We've got to avoid overhanging branches so we don't knock the camera off the roof. Well, we're just passing, is it a
Well, we're passing a boat club.
Yeah.
That has like permanent moorings, but I can't remember the name of it. We're not sure if it's Elway.
I think it might be. It looks like Paddy and Jill have pulled up to chat. They could be here sometime. Get past them, Anthony. Let's get the best spot. The views here are stunning. The smell, for those that want to know.
a
very
country.
farmy. Yeah, you can see where they've been muck spreading, but something about that smell. I mean, yeah, it's not
the most pleasant, but
smell.
actually, it does remind you that you're in the countryside.
Yeah. Are we bothered, or are you bothered by all the boaters that seem to be selling their boats? So Kath and Anna Marie, David from Cruising the Cup, Colin and Sean.
No, because it's all personal choices, isn't it? Each person has their own things going on in their own lives.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know a lot of people were saying how disappointed they were with various people, but actually, you've got to do what's best for you. And at this moment in time, boating is still best for us,
Yeah,
and it's, you know, enabled us to do things that we wouldn't have been able to do if we lived full time in a house. I've like massively reduced the number of hours at work, and possibly in the future might do so again. Yeah, and we love it. We absolutely love it. Dexter's living his best life as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why we wish we'd done it 5 years ago, because
When he was a bit younger.
yeah, more active and
Yeah.
able to run more, and but he does love it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm easily distracted. I'm just watching the birds fly across the canal.
Like what's that film? When
Squirrel.
What was it?
Oh.
Up, yeah. With a dog. Squirrel.
But-
He is, even when I'm talking to him, I can be in full conversation there, just interrupt with some random fact.
Is that because you go on too much?
Hey, it's because you don't listen.
Do listen.
Just saying something.
Very funny. Oh. Anyway, we're loving the countryside here.
We
We'll be
are.
very sad to leave, and also sad to leave Paddy and Jill.
Yeah, because we've been with him for 6 months.
Morning.
Morning. Well,
Right.
afternoon now,
Oh,
isn't
afternoon,
it?
yeah.
It's our morning. Yeah, so we've travelled with Paddy and Jill for 6 months. We felt like almost like we did next door neighbours.
Well, yeah, we got to meet them we got to meet Jill's mum and dad. We got to meet the daughter. I don't know if I can I get this in? I've got to get this in. We were talking about famous people we'd met. This was ages ago, and I've met quite a lot of famous people, haven't I? You've met a couple, especially through my job. But then Paddy and Jill just drop into the conversation that the daughter was in Game of Thrones, and we were like, what? That outtrumps everything we've been
Yeah.
talking about. Anyway, Katie, she's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah, good old Katie.
Well, we made it to Salterford on time, and Dexter made it to the vet just on time. That's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep your comments coming. Have a great week. Where are we, Dexter? You going to see that nice vet? For a check-up and your jab? Come on then. Go on then. Oh, well, we're out of the vets. Dexter's relieved. The vet said he looks amazing for his age. He'd be made up if his dog looked that good at 14, so that's nice to hear. Yeah, we've got him some medicated shampoo because occasionally he gets these sores on his back because he has all these allergies, don't you, lad? It's very sensitive. And yeah, he's had his booster and he's booked in again for 2 weeks because it's been a while since he's had them. They still had our old address and sent the reminder to the old address, so he's quite behind with his booster. Anyway, he's all sorted now, bless him.